It started as a meme, but it ended with something disturbingly real. In 2014, two 12-year-old girls lured their best friend into the woods. What happened next would haunt a generation. A shocking act, carried out to please a monster from the internet, Slenderman, a faceless figure, born from Photoshop, raised by creepypasta, and brought to life by fear. This isn't just a scary story. This is the true nightmare behind the screen. Slenderman was created in 2009 by Eric Newson for a Photoshop contest on a forum called Something Awful. The challenge? Take an ordinary photo and make it disturbing. Newson's entry showed children playing, with a tall, faceless figure looming in the background. Pale, inhuman, wearing a black suit. It was elegant horror, simple, strange, and unforgettable. From there, the internet did the rest. Slenderman evolved, spawning fan art, stories, games, and short films, most famously, the YouTube series Marble Hornets. What was just an image turned into something more, a presence, a myth, a growing shadow. May 31st, 2014, Waukesha, Wisconsin. Two girls, Anissa Weir and Morgan Geyser, invited their friend Peyton Lautner to a sleepover. The next morning, they led her into the woods. There, something unthinkable happened. Peyton was hurt, repeatedly. 19 wounds. 2 of them nearly life-threatening. Why? Because they believed Slenderman was real, and that if they didn't prove their loyalty, something terrible would happen to their families. Let that sink in. 12-year-olds convinced that a fictional monster was watching them, demanding a terrible price. Peyton somehow survived. She crawled out of the woods, covered in dirt and pain, but alive. Morgan Geyser would later be diagnosed with early-onset schizophrenia. She saw things, heard things, believed Slenderman was speaking to her. But that doesn't explain everything. Anissa didn't have hallucinations. She believed because she wanted to. Because the stories, the myth, felt real. This was more than a mental health case. It was the power of belief, twisted, unchecked, and fed by the internet. Slenderman wasn't a man. He was an idea, and ideas can destroy. After the attack, Slenderman's story spread like wildfire. HBO released a chilling documentary called Beware the Slenderman. Other kids claimed to hear him, see him. Copycat incidents followed. Arson, attempted harm. Suddenly, parents were terrified of a meme, and kids were asking, "Is Slenderman real?" But here's the thing. Slenderman doesn't need to be real to be dangerous. He just needs to be believed. And for a generation growing up online, he was more real than the news. So is Slenderman real? Not in the flesh, but in fear, in influence, in the minds of children and the pain they caused. Yes, he is real in the same way nightmares are, the same way trauma echoes. Morgan and Anissa were found not guilty by reason of insanity. One is still confined, the other recently released. But the scar they left behind still burns. Because Slenderman may have started as fiction, but what he caused was horrifyingly real. Behind every myth is a terrifying truth. Slenderman didn't crawl from the woods. He crawled from us. From fear.
Really?
From loneliness. From imagination
Really?
gone unchecked.
Seriously?
And now, he's part of history. This was Whisperia. Subscribe if you're brave enough.